are we doing, lads? This is probably just going to be an unreleased video here. This is just going to be the build process that I'm doing for a Canon for someone. I'm not going to be talking about what I'm doing, I'm sort of just going to do it, and if anyone's curious how I go about certain things, you can just feel free to ask me. This is mostly for my own benefit, but people who want to see like my full process of going, how I just autopilot through a Canon, you're more than welcome to watch this. So anyway, yeah, I'll just kick straight into it. So that's 256 multi-M. Let's go 20. Just testing the hammer ratio for this first. These are the timings I want to use for it. So 1 or 0 to 5.56 or something like that. Pretty good. That is not sand. Just to get a nice rough ratio here. 10 doesn't work. 11 should work. .222. Alright, it's not a bit. I think it was a bit less than that. Way too little. 25. Just a bit too short. Maybe let's try 28. Works. 27. No. .27 works. We'll try 26. 26 doesn't work, so it's 27. Divided by 23 is 1.1739. I'm happy with that. It's a good ratio. Start rigging up again, I guess. So it's going to be running at 1.4 sec, which is going to be a bit more fun to deal with. 1.4 sec will probably be one of my faster Canons that I've made. Just gonna nick my 1.6 comp. Should have it somewhere around here. Is that it? Oh, looks like a bootleg version. I think that's it though. What speed is this? It's 2 sec. Looks like my 2 sec. I think it's this comp here. 50% sure. Oh shit, I didn't set a home where it was, but I think I can just use /back. Oh shit, no, this is top speed for this is 1.6 sec, so I can't really do 1.4 sec with a comments limited to 1.6 sec. So 6, 384 hammers, this one. Yeah, there we go. I had 24 long, 1.6 comp for 384 here. This is just the cannon that I released a little bit ago. I will need to strip the nuke off it. I feel like I used this comp somewhere else though. Like a cleaned up version. Nah, never mind. All good. Just copy it. Oops. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So my worm test rig there. And my 7-segment display that happens to read 911. Anyway. So I'm just going to be testing this comp just to see if this 24 long will function at 1.4 sec. Just stripping off like the nuke and stuff out of the comp because I don't need it for the time being. That's my wonder if they're so should be all good. Just drop some prop blocks underneath and then we'll start testing. Sand about and the speed. So I think because this is doing 384 at 1.6, I'll need to skim it down a little bit. So set emerald. I'm just gonna get as close as I can to 256, but a bit limited by the comp size and don't really want to change the comp. So yeah. Perfect. And we'll just get this to rip at on test. Make sure it works at 1.6 first and see how much. It should be 384, 1.6. Actually, I can just test fire it anyway. I love these self-fed comps here. I might actually need to change the setup as well, just because it's going to be using different timings. So I go /CE 384 sand. Okay, yes, that's bang on. But since I'm going to be changing the timings, probably going to be using well, because I am using that 1 to 6 ratio, or 0 to 6, sorry. So I was going to say that's 0 to 6. I'll say it's 10, 12, 16. So my hammer's going off at 16. So I need this to be going after 16, so I'll make it go like 16.5 or something. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the fact that I know the first power timings there, and I'll just work backwards from that. So if I know my first power is going off at 10, this booster here is going to be going off at 9, because the setup for this cannon, when this booster goes off at 9, this booster is going off at 7, 6, 5, 4, and then this one's going off at 3. So if this booster goes off at 3, so I'll say that's a 3 there, and now I need this top section here to go off at 16.5. I've got 3. The reason why I'm making it go off at 16.5 is just the fact that I do have those SIG pistons and redstone blocks in. So it's going to put a game tick on it. So I've got that going off at 3, and here is 11. That's going to be 12, 13.5, 16.5, so it's already off, 19.5, and that's going to be 20.5. They're opening at like 20.5 or 21.5 or something. So what that basically means is I need to we'll strip off 5 redstone ticks. So I'm just going to knock that one back there, and so I've taken off 3, 4, 5. Or alternatively, I can take him from the top as well. I might just take them from the top because it's going to look a bit cleaner. So I take off 5 redstone ticks. So what I can do is, since that's 6, I can just go. Oh. Let's see if that works. I have a feeling it might not work because this one requires some pretty specific timings here. So we'll T4. It might open and close. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So it's not all just one big opening. So I'm just going to add 2 redstone ticks to each of those and just take off 2 redstone ticks down here. We'll just try that again. Still busted as hell. It's doing 384 sand though. Shit. Puts me a spot of bother. What I might do is I might just add 3 more redstone ticks here. Another 3 here. And another 3 here. Well, now I run into this issue where if I take 3 redstone ticks off there, it's going to mean that piston there isn't retracted for long enough. So what I might do is I might just take off 1 redstone. Take off 2 redstone ticks there. And then see if this works on like 2 then 3 or something. That's a pretty finely timed comp, so that looked alright, yeah. Alright, CE, 384 still. So I'm just gonna slowly knock the timings of the comp back a little bit, just so I can get. Just gonna get as close as I can. That's 192. And I think if I add like 96 more, it's gonna go to like, because this comp's gonna drop 96 sand at a time. I mean, alternatively, there's the potential I can just take 40, add 48 to that and get it to be like 240. And the way that I'd do that is I just strip some of the timings back a little bit on the outer sides. I say the outer sides drop for a shorter period of time, but the inner sides drop for a longer period of time. How do I do that? Probably just change. Oh, no, it's a bit annoying to do actually. So what I might just do in this scenario here is I might just make, if I make this count to 240 stacker, that means I do need to do that though. So I think we might. I'll see if I can get some quick and dirty timings where, so what was that? That was 3. Let's make that one 4 and then 1 or something. I'll see if I can get some timings where, oh, Tifa, where that just exists. Something like that. I gotta see. That's 144 sand. So, calc 144 divided by 48, it's gonna be like 3. Okay, yeah. So what I'm thinking here is the middle 2 are dropping, which are both giving 48. No, 24, 24, 24, 24, which is 96, and then those 2 are dropping, which would be 96 plus 48, which is 144, which makes sense. So what I need to do here is just increase delay to the entire thing. I'll just try a tick first, because what I want is if I can do 3 then 2, I think that'll get us pretty close to 240. That was CE. 192. I add another redstone tick there. That was 384, yeah. Back to square one, kids. Strip that back. A surefire way I could do it is if I just take that off. Add like 3 more. It's gonna be an absolute shit show, but see if that works. 192 again. So I'm just gonna reduce these ticks here. 96 probably. Yeah, 96. And then... Shit, it's awkward. It's really quite awkward. Trying to get this right. Strip that one back. Drop 2 ticks. 6 it is, yeah. I could do double piston extenders, but then that's going to make the comp look like absolute whack. So I won't do that. Let's try that again. That was 96, okay. Just gonna add a tick there. That looked a bit better. So yeah, 144. That's sort of what we want there. Where... CE 144. Yeah? Come on. That's 288, so something's still a bit wrong. Try this. Still 288. That's 240 there. It looks a bit dodgy, but okay. So now the next thing to do is going to be to raise this entire section of the comp up, just so we can minimize the amount of time it's using to send a shot out. So it should all drop the second it falls in, should be boosted out. So I'm going to raise this up like 5 or 6 blocks. It sort of depends on how many blocks I have here, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. I've got it 8 blocks, so I can go move 4 up and go 4. That's like bang on 12. It's pretty gross, to be honest. I really don't like that that setup that I have at the moment, where it's just spazzing. So I've sort of got a couple of options here. I can either put like small pulse extenders on the end here, or maybe a pulse shortener. It's a bit of an awkward spot, eh? Something to shorten the pulse on the outside one's shorter. No. Awkward spot. Track 2 there. 4 there. It's 192 again. I might just drop 288 to be honest, and work from there. So it's probably not the most elegant solution, but I could potentially shorten the comp as well. That's well in the realm of possibility. Calc 24 by 2 by 2 by 3. It's 288. Okay, so that's what we got. So I'm gonna drop it down to 20 by 2 by 2 by 3. It's 240 and 21. It's 252. We can do that. We can make this comp 21 long instead of 24 long. So to do that, what I'll do is, there's kind of no nice way to do this really. Fuck. Gross. So I need to basically strip off these back three rows of the comp. Just set it to air, and then I'm just gonna go with this now. I have no clue what chat's going on off about. I think they're going off Eagles or something right now. Being a bit weird. Anyway. Each to their own at the end of the day. Don't get racist, guys, please. Try and board it. Just do the classic little piston clock. And target block. Back. And that should get pretty close to working. Put that there, and then I always like to do rails when I'm working with observers. Rails just lag a tiny bit less than anything else. But I think I actually want that a block further back. Yeah, this is how I built it. I remember now. So that block goes there, and then I can just chuck a piece of redstone there, and then off, that'll do. I had like a block there or something. So that looks pretty good now, I think. Just put a repeater there, and then a block there. And then, did I strip off 3 blocks from here? No, I didn't. It's clear. Alright, so that should be good now. So we'll just give that a quick test file, and we'll see what happens. Well, it looks pretty good. See, 252, perfect. So you can see there that that timing was a little bit short, so I do want to raise this up a bit more. So how many blocks do we have to work with down here? 10 take 1 is 9, so I've got another 3 blocks of vertical room I can put in. So what I'll do is I'll go up there and then go move 3 up, and now I can go 3, and then hopefully that'll work. And we'll just see if that times out well enough. That looks pretty good now. You guys see it is still 252. So what I'll do is, because the guy who wanted this cannon, or requested this cannon, wanted 1.4 sec, which is a bit of a weird timing. I would have personally preferred to do 1.6 sec, but if that's what he wants, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'll do is I'll put this button here, and then that's 4 redstone ticks, 8 redstone ticks, 12 redstone ticks, 13, 14 redstone ticks. Should actually be quite nice to put into the comparator clock though, to be honest. Let's try that. 1.46, pretty fucking fast. Oh, that looks so good. 497. How much sand we lose there? Like 5? Almost inclined to say that's just good enough. Because I don't really want to deal with this comp anymore, to be honest. That's 12. That's 12. That's pretty much as high as I'm going to get. So I might just deal with the fact that I'm like losing 5 sand, because he wanted this to overstack by 6 as well. So I might just deal with this for the time being. And if it becomes an issue later, I'll deal with it then. But if he wants it to overstack 6 and we're losing like 5 sand between shots or something, that's fine. It'll just be stacking like a little bit below where it wants to. I'm assuming he wants it for complex as well, for this version here. So regardless, complex is absolutely terrible when it comes to world going to max height. So it's just got a really, really shit implementation. When another player, Keon and I, absolutely abuse the meta with L stackers. So that's why the jar's absolutely cooked around Sky Limit. I'll get the power rigged up. Now, I'm feeling in a cannony mood. I'll just end this video when I just kind of can't be bothered to do anymore. But for the most part at the moment, I'm sort of enjoying myself doing something a bit more casual like this, instead of trying to teach people. Just cruising along and fucking around, pretty much. Alright, we'll get this rigged up now. So it's going to be going there, and then when that pushes up, that'll do that one, that one, that one, that one. It'll come in just like that. We'll just do the classic, we'll do the classic slab guider, because that's what I love the most in the game. We do have a lot of room in the comp that I'm sort of eyeing off here for a nuke. But on the other hand, for this cannon in particular, since this is going to be a dedicated force, this cannon here, I'm probably going to opt for a separated nuke area, purely so I can run a web bus nuke in it. It will be quite a delayed web bus nuke, but that also means that I can slap an efficient nuke on it as well. So I don't remember how much range you said. You wanted like 2k blocks range, so I'll probably just run a double pulsing power for that. And yeah, that's sort of just how we're looking for this cannon right now. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going. And what I'll do is I'm just going to put that fence gate there, chuck some water in, and if I'm going to have the separated nuke compartment, I actually do want to drop this down by 1 as well. So I'll drop that down by 1, sort of connect that all up, just so it's a bit nicer to build, and now I'll put my water in. And that should be okay. If I get exposure issues, I'll deal with that later. But for the meantime, I'm happy with this. So that'll go there, and then my nuke, I can just send in from there. And if I put a bit of forwards exposure on my nuke, I'll just have slabs like that, and then slabs continuing on. Perfect. So basically I'll shoot my nuke in with the infinite boosters here. I'll have this slab here to cancel out the velocity. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's a nice little setup there. Perfect. So what I'm going to go and do now is I'm just going to run straight into the power. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with this power here. I'll probably be double pulsing the power. I can single pulse as well. I can single pulse. Oh, running 1.4. I think I might just double pulse, to be honest. There's like pros and cons to like double pulsing and single pulsing. But for this cannon, I kind of just can't be bothered. And it'll probably be nicer on build time if I just single pulse the cannon instead of double pulse it. So we'll run with that, I guess. So I'm just going to take this over a little bit here, just so I've got some room for my barrel. And then I'm just going to lay out my, this is going to be a web bus nuke, so I'm going to have that 3 block gap there. Probably just do torch wiring or something for it. and then this is where my hammer's going to be coming in here. And if that's going to be my hammer going in through here, I want to be pushing my hammer forwards just a tad. So what I'll do is I'll do the same setup as that, but with a trapdoor instead. So I'll put that trapdoor there. And then, so my nuke goes forward there, and then I want my booster to be dropping down through here, I think. So if I drop my booster down there, I've got my nuke sort of sitting on a ladder here. Nuke sits here, or hammer, sorry, hammer sits here. And then my OSRB comp can probably just slide in through here. I can carry that OSRB sand into there. The thing that I'm sort of concerned about with the OSRB comp now is I'm actually going to fit it in, and whether I do a conventional OSRB comp for this cannon here, or I do the OSRB comp that I prefer to use, which is just using sticky pistons. And for this cannon here, I'm thinking I just do a more conventional comp, since I do have my sand compressor right here, and I can probably just take some redstone from that there to feed one side, and then redstone of course from here to just feed this side here. So I might just do this more conventional setup here, and that means I've just got that piston there, and then my nuke will just, or my hammer will just come in here, and then yeah, my booster drops there. That should be fine, to be honest. So what I'll do now is I'll just quickly set up a barrel. So if that's all coming through there, I might just give it a block of separation. And then what I'll do is I'll have my barrel here. So just throw a chest in. 2 chests like that, cover it around the back there. And that should be pretty well separated now. There shouldn't be any exposure from the barrel going through. What I'll end up doing is I'll just have this standard little ladder setup that I seem to always do. So I have my trapdoor there, ladder there, so then your power sits here, shoots into the side there, and it goes up and forwards, hopefully. Up all works out well, so I can afford to just put all of this in place now. And I have decided that I am just going to make this double pulse. I think Powwow came up with a setup for this double pulsing using observers. It's a bit weird to build sometimes, and I barely remember it, to be honest. But I'll sort of just get the overall gist of it down. So I'm pretty sure you need to power from the top. So what we'll do is we'll just set that up there, and then we'll have that there. So when you power from the top, basically what happens is it goes down to the bottom here. When it powers, pretty sure when it powers that redstone, or it might actually power a solid block there, and there's like a piece of redstone here or something. Basically what this piece of redstone here will do is actually push up another piston that sits like that. And then what that will do is, that's 12 blocks up, then it will hit the top there or something and auto reset. That was so close. Oh, it's a really, really neat little design, so credit to Powwow for coming up with this one. I'm not even sure if he still plays or not, but it was one of the more innovative things that I've seen in this version. So let's see if that works. Yeah, there you go. So this is the only way you can use like observers to double pulse power. And it's a two redstone tick delay. Or you can double pulse your power with like other timings, I guess, but this is the only way to like double pulse dispensers at like basically as fast as you can with normal redstone wiring. Only trade-off is you do need a power from the top. I'm not 100%. What I'll probably do with this cannon is I'll probably just be lazy, and I'll find out some way to get this all powered super weirdly. Anyway, I'm sort of just side-eyeing the chat right now, and I'm sort of a bit mixed as to what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's going to be our 15 blocks there. And what we'll do now is we'll just chuck in our boosters. So. We'll go 3 up here, and then 3 up there, and then heat's being turned up right now, they're getting a bit abusive. That's okay though. I will need the setup here to like split the powers up, so shots don't interfere as well. So I'll just need to keep that in mind too. And that works, and then I can just take it around just like that, and then perfect. So we'll just drop our power straight into here, and then yeah, that should work from there. Hopefully should have this cannon done by maybe the 2 to 3 hour mark for a 1.4 sec. But we'll have to see. I'm pretty willing to smash this all out tonight. Tomorrow's Friday, and then say last week back at work next week. Which it's disgustingly hot. It's like a warehouse that we're doing. So if you're up near the roof, especially in Australian summer, it gets incredibly hot up there. So conditions can be a bit shit, but it's actually a pretty fun job. Lot to do, high budget job, so gotta be happy. 2, 3, 4. What I'm thinking of doing is I don't really know the specifics about how much of this is going to get powered, so I'm sort of just going to eyeball it and say everything from here to here, and that won't double pulse all parts. So what I need to do is go up there and get my, might actually be able to put, it's gonna be a bit shitty, to be honest. I don't think that'll work, that row up there. I think it needs to be like 10 high or something, or 11 high. It's 11 high there, so when that pushes down, that whole row will be powered. When that pushes up, that whole row will be powered as well. Yeah, so it needs to be like 11 high. So you do get a very, very small power trade-off, but you do get that added advantage of being able to just double pulse the entire thing. So that's nice, I guess. 2, 3, 4. Just gonna go up a bit and just lay out this whole thing here. Stack 40 east. And then I think I need to have one right on the edge. And this might not all fit into a nice 15 block area, so I'll have to see. So what are we doing again? So that's that block there. And then, so it'll need to go like down like this. So I'm trying to get everything to double pulse evenly. So it's a bit shit. Stack 12 up. And then the pistons are on the same level, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So now I can just do my little reset circuit at the bottom here. And then that I can go stack 12 up. and then boom, it'll just sit like that. So these two will get powered, these three will get powered. So then what I can do is I'll be able to go from here, and then we'll just go stack 4 east. See how well that fits in. Looks pretty good, to be honest. It's just that front right there. So it'll be 14 blocks long for the power. That's alright. So, unfortunately, the thing that I don't like about this setup here is you do need a power from the top. But it's just going to be me being pedantic, let's be honest. There's bigger things to worry about in the world. Move 1 east. Perfect. So that's going to be, should be 14 blocks now. That drops there. Yeah, perfect. Looks good. Nice. Just going to mirror it over to the other side now. And do it nice and quick. So that side needs to be broken there. I think it's that side there. And then I'll do the pistons for the top. Actually, it might power quite nicely, to be honest. If I just run some redstone up there and I just power that, and that. That should be a really nice little setup, to be honest. Yeah, that looks cute. Don't mind that at all. So what I'll do now is I'll just stack that along. And then stack 4 east. And then I'll just get the rest of the power chucked up. Oops. Alright, looks good now. So I'll just so per shot this will be should be a fair bit of power. 5 game 6 range. 300 power. So it'll be like 90 chunks, which is 90 by 16. It'll be less than 90 chunks. It'll be a 1000 block range, which is I want like 2.2k blocks, but I also don't want 10 complex. So I might just settle with this for now. If you want more, I can add a shitload more. But for now, I'll sort of sit with this. Actually, it's gonna be less than. It'll probably be just close to 1,000 blocks, but it's only getting like 5 game ticks range instead of like 9 or something. That's alright. Should hit pretty hard, and I will want that efficient AP going as well. So I might just wire up the power now, which I'll just do off the side here, like I normally do. Well, I don't really give too much of a shit about the timings for now. I'll just see if I can get the power firing the sand to begin with. The reason I don't use scaffolding as well is I don't like the colour of brown blocks, by the way. So That sounds incredibly racist if you take that out of context, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Anyway, so now we've got that wired up, so what I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to give that a quick test fire. Good test fire. It's really good. I think I just missed the repeaters, yeah. TT fill, let's try it again. It's going to be fast. Oh, it's terrible, eh? Just going to move it down. Oh, didn't reset properly either. Why's that? So this... Oh, I missed the... Did I miss the reset circuit for these? I think so. Oh, that's annoying. I hate it when stuff like this happens. So when those push up, they'll just need a power block. And then I'll just need to reset those pistons. Shouldn't be too hard, but it's more so just a bit annoying, to be honest. Whoa, what did I do? Yikes. So, at least we know it is double pulsing. So, when the one on the right pushes that back up. So, when it goes back up, do a piece of rest in there. I'm just going to rewire this whole thing. And then I'll just redo it around that reset circuit there. Instead, so just where that's all locked down. Perfect. Now what I can do is I can't really do that nicely, can I? Not really. I might just have to bite the bullet and just power it from the top, unfortunately. Which I can just do like that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, minus the fact that the redstone's going to touch it. But I can fix that by doing that. That's going to look terrible. Just going to opt for just the frame on top then. There's probably much nicer ways you can power this. For the meantime, this will just do. Anyway. I'm really quite unfamiliar with this, the wiring approach anyway. I've never used this in an actual cannon. I sort of took it apart and had a bit of a look at it to see how it worked, but I haven't used this in any cannons yet, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that should be okay. The TNT fill that. I need to lower it anyway. I'm going to lower it by like 4 blocks. It's already absolutely disgusting. That looked good. Minus that, but that's okay. I'll just move it down another 2 blocks, and I'll just keep moving it down until it decides to work. That should be pretty close now. I don't have a button. Oops. Anyway, let's see if that works. Oh, probably 2 more blocks and it'll work. Dog. Oh, there we go. See how it works. Yep, happy with that. And just exposing the front there. So what I can do now is, I'm just going to break that block there. Let's get this comp wide up, and then I'll do the actual closing door on the front there in a sec as well. So the nicest way to do this, let's run like a common feed straight down the middle, just like that. Should be good. And then just do that there. Alrighty, so that's quick pulsed already. The cannon will be quick pulsed, so what I can do now is I can sort of just time everything out. So what I'll do is I'm just going to count from that observer there, so that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, boosters going off at, hot chat, booster will be going off at 11. So I want once those power to be going off at 10. Or I can just count to the power and do it off the power. So it's currently going off, that booster is currently going off at 11. Whoops. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is going to be going off, so I actually want that boost to be going off at 17. So I just need to add 6 more authentics. And now we should be firing our sand, I think. Provided that I have done everything correctly. That should be 252, I hope. So I've just got a slight graphical glitch there. There we go. Oops. Ah, yes, the classic cobblestone block button. Anyway. Boop. No good. What happened? Just going to do a quick recount just to double check all the timing. So that's going to be 10, 11, 12. It's going off at 12. That is going off at 12. It's going off at 13, 14, 15. That's going off at 17. And this is going off at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That should be going off at 18. So why isn't this going to be working? Let's have a look. So maybe this booster here doesn't have enough power. That's one thing that I'm considering. Second thing is the potential that it is triangling in that game tick and hitting that edge there. That's an issue I run into a fair bit. So I'll just put that layer of blocks there. So if it is doing that, it will stop doing that. Nice. See, 240 sand does not seem right. I'm just going to clear those blocks out from underneath there. And this is all lined up correctly. Jesus, this is going to piss me off soon. Alright, so now someone's laying the server. Why is that booster double pulsing? It's 228 there now. And stuff's getting shot back in. So this booster, 1, doesn't have enough power, 2 is wide like, it's wide shithouse. So I actually want that bottom observer facing that way, and then that one facing that way. What was happening there is the bottom observer there was triggering some dispensers when the comp moved. So I was firing that a fair bit. Now the second issue is I did not have enough booster, I don't think. So I'm just going to stack this up another row. 2, 2, 3. Let's fire that again. That looked a bit better. No sand in there. No sand in there. So yeah, 252. That's what we want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to rig up this closing door here, just for the power. I definitely want this in place, especially for a cannon that's going to be running at 1.4 sec. So I'll just put that there, and then what I'll do is I generally put like a little pulse extender in these things as well, just so I get a bit more leniency with my timings. So I've got that pulse extender in now, so I'll wire that up. And the timings that I want for that are going to be when this power goes off. So if I'm taking the timings from there, that power I think is going off at 18. Pretty sure, off by memory. So if the power is pulsing at 18, that means it's going to be exploding at 58 and 60, because I do have that 2 tick separation there. So I want this piston to be pushing at, let's say, 58 to 60. Let's say we want this to be pushing at 54, and then that'll be closed for 54 to 62. So I'll get this piston here firing at 54. So that's going to be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52. What did I say? 54. Oof. It's gonna be close. Let's give it a crack. Let's see if it works. So it's going to be closing just a tad bit slower than what I want, I think. Oh, I'm an idiot. Put the piston in the wrong spot. Speed looked okay though, so yeah. I'll just move this entire thing back by like a block. Now we're going to run into a funny little problem where I don't actually have the space to do all those timings. So what I'll do from here, just to sort of cheese that a little bit, is I'm just going to run it like this, I think. Yeah, this is going to look dirty, to be honest, but desperate times call for desperate measures, kids. So I'm just going to do a quick recount because I did want that going off at... Actually, I want a redstone torch there, don't I? So that's extended. Grr. Angry. So again, just going to strip that all back for the second time now. And then we'll just do that. And then just like that. Chuck my redstone torch in there. And then my sticky piston in here. Should be normally closed now. Is that right? Yeah, normally closed. And that's in the wrong spot as well. Actually, I need that to be going on block R. I don't need a redstone torch. What am I talking about? I need that to be sitting there. Yep. Don't mind me, so losing my mind here. Move that one east. And now I can just go about timing that all up again. So I want that piston to be pushing at 52. Said, I think 52 roughly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is 40, 44, 48, 52. I said 54, I think, roughly. Anyway, we'll put that in place now. TNT fill and we'll fire. Let's see if that looks okay. That looked pretty good. That was 252. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to rig this up to a 1.4 second clock and we'll give that a crack again. So that's going to be 3 full redstone repeaters and 1 on 2 ticks. 3 full and 1 on 2. That's going to be 1.4 seconds now, so we'll just fire that. See how good it looks. Didn't fire. Let's try that again, see how good it looks. close, eh? I had a bit of sand spraying back there. I need to keep an eye on that and try and work out what's going on there. But apart from that, that looks pretty close. I'm just going to mess around with these timings here for the piston door here because it looks like it was going off. I'm not sure if that was too early or too late. I didn't time my boosters like at all. So now my boosters are off. Great. I got sand stacking back here, so something's firing my sand back, which is a bit annoying. I'll worry about that second. I'll get this piston door closing properly first. So I'm just gonna, for the meantime, I'm just gonna sort of like play around with different times for it. No, I'm not even close. So I could have just absolutely shafted myself, to be honest. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Calc 14 by 4, which is 56 redstone ticks. So it's going off on 56, and my power is going to be going off at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So my power is going to be going off at 18, so it's going to be exploding at 58. Now that door's pushing at 50. What did I say? 56? Yeah, that door's pushing at 56. The power's exploding at 58. So I might just add another redstone tick to that. Now that should be basically going as late as possible. So my biggest concern here is what's actually happening is these boosters are sort of going off at a bad time. Yeah. And the boosters are trying to boost it in as it's blocked. Alternatively, one thing that I can do is just change that pulse extender down, make that shorter. And we can try with a shorter pulse extender as well. No, same issue. So we'll make it go a bit earlier. And just going to shorten that pulse extender again. Welcome to trial and error, kids. That looks fucking terrible, to be honest. That looks really bad. Just gonna reduce a tick. Nope, same issue. So yeah, I'm sort of thinking that my timings for my boosters here have just come back to bite me in the ass. So what I think is going on is these boosters here are 1.4 seconds or something after the power. So my boosters for this cannon, so my power is pulsing at 18, and my boosters are going off at 1. Yeah, it's going to cause issues. So I either need my power to go off later, power to go off earlier or later. I might just make it go off earlier. So that drops, fires, drops. Yeah. So I think at this point what I'm going to do is I'm sort of just going to set up some timings here, and then I'm just going to time. Just going to time the entire cannon off those timings. So it's actually going to start damaging the comm. I want to clear that out. So what I'll do from here is I'm going to use the power here as like a set time. So what I'll do is I'll just go, I think it's 16. I said, oh no, it's 18, isn't it? Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So if we say our power's going off at 18, now we want these boosters to be going off just before the power, I think. So let's make these boosters... Oh yeah, that puts us in a bad spot. These boosters are going off at... Basically the problem is, because of the way that I've wired this, these boosters here are pushing it as the power from the previous shot is exploding, if that makes any sense. So I just sort of come up with a way to get around that, so I can either mess around with the timings for these boosters here. I need to mess around with the timings for the bottom bit as well. But basically what I want to happen is first power to explode, second power to explode, door to open, boost in, door to close. So that's ideal. So I could potentially just do a quick and dirty and just stick a 4-tick repeater here, and that might actually work. It's not going to look pretty, but I mean, if it fires, I'm happy, really. So it drops in. Figured. So I think I need to drop my power down by a block. Or 2 blocks probably. Move to 2 down. Now, shit. Oops. And then we'll fire that again. Yeah, no, that did not work at all. What a mess. Oh guys, looks like we're doing things the hard way. It's unfortunate, I was sort of looking to just cheese it. Anyway, I'll just get some timings for it now. The thing that I really didn't want to do in this scenario here was just change the setup for this thing. So what I'm going to do instead is just change the way that I wire it. So basically what I want to happen now is I want these boosters to go off just after the power from the previous shot, or not before. I want them to go off after the previous shot is set through. So I'm going to make the power go off sooner, I think. If I make the power go off sooner, drop it in, I'll try that. So what I'm going to do here, instead of doing a pattern like this, is I'm going to use an observer. I'm going to block on top, and that will get me a tiny bit more range of my observer columns. And we can do something like that. We can T-fire. So I might have taken out like 4 rest ticks or something. So what's going to happen now is, okay, well, it's not going to work. That's the first thing that's going to happen. But now, sort of what I'm hoping is, I can actually use. Now it's sort of depend on that, isn't it? So I'm just going to start single firing the cannon. I'm just going to see if we can get a solution by doing that. All the boosters aren't even working. So that's a start. I'd say it's probably because I missed a ladder somewhere. Yeah, there. So that fires in. One thing that I can do here is I can just make the timings just a shitload tighter, so it's, I think what I'd want to happen is it drops in, shot out instantly, explodes instantly, so I might actually be able to, I'll put delay on the hammer. Ugh. This puts me in a really awkward spot, eh? Let's try putting some delay on it. So I've just done this to try and even up the timings. So I'm just going to put a hell of a lot of delay on it. So the second that it lands in, yeah, I'll put delay. So the second it lands in here, it's going to get boosted forwards and then it's going to explode. So what I'll do is I'll just go like that, 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 and now I need that all to be quick pulse there. So what I might do is I might just do a sticky piston there, and then I'll just do that there. So now hopefully what's going to happen is it will land in, gets instantly shot forwards, and then it's way too quick. So I need to lower this down, I think. Lower this down by like 2 blocks. And that'll take a tick off as well. So it falls down, instantly shot forwards. But it does block that second shot in there. Still didn't really fix the issue though. Oh, well, when all else fails, just chuck in more delay. Piston. And then I sort of just want to loop it back around. Just like that. So I can, well, maybe what I'll do is, I'll just do this for the meantime. Looks pretty shit, but that won't work. Actually, that will work. What am I saying? I think if I put it there, if I do that, because that's going to be quick pulsed, it's not going to, yeah, because that'll be a reset circuit there, so that should be okay. It looks terrible, but yeah, it did double pulse there. I think I need to take a break. Doesn't need to go later, it needs to go so much fucking sooner. What am I doing? What am I doing? Piston. Sure, there's a nicer way to do that. The one time I wish bud pairing went up as well. Probably just do this though. Slab, or use a slab there. Okay, so I changed all the times to the rest again as well. But I still want it to just go in instantly and just get fucking and just explode. So is that too long? That'd actually be too long. That's hilarious. Nah, it should be okay actually. So what I'll do is I'm just going to fix up the sandcomp timings just to go off this. So it's going to be pulsing at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be 9, 11. So I want this one to be going off here at 8. So I want this one to be going off at 8. So I want that 8, then 6, 5, 4, then this will be 3, 2, 1. So it's actually just going to be one redstone tick there. Alright, let's try that. Okay, yeah, that worked. I'll get these timings fixed up now. So what do I want to do here? I'm gonna fix up this piston door here. Going off as that's exploding. So if the power's going off at 9, I want this to be closing at 48. Let's say 48. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need to take off 3 redstone repeaters. Should be those 3 there. Let's see if that works. So I'll be closing at 48. Right? Something like that. That looked good, actually. And 246 sand. And that's just because that's broken there, I think. I'll fix that in a sec. So now, how many blocks is this? That's 6 blocks, so I can raise this entire power section up by 6 blocks. It's a bit more like it. And then, I can probably just do my little reset circuit. Oops, and just here. And then just like that, and that. Well, let's see how that looks now. So hopefully there's minimal time there. It's actually a lot of time. I'd try shooting 2 shots with it. Just the power though. I have a feeling the 2 shots are going to connect. Yeah, like crazy, eh? A couple of options I can do here. Oh, I wish this mechanism could be powered from the bottom. It might be able to be, actually. Oh, maybe. Though not well. Grr. I'll take the extra 2 redstone ticks and raise this up by another 12 blocks. Actually, it'll be a bit more than 12, but let's just move it up by 14. And that'll be the slab. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. Then we'll just go up like that, and then that. I can actually raise it up to like 16 blocks or something now. But the trade-off is I will need to put in another 2 redstone ticks in my sandcomp now. Alright, there we go. Let's do that then first. So I'm just going to add 2 redstone ticks there, just so I know, and we'll just fire again. Because I added 2 ticks there, why didn't that work? No redstone. Hey, it worked. Just at the completely wrong time. Try that again. Cool. Just don't work thing. That's great. Why isn't that? Is that 13 blocks? No, it's 12 blocks. Why isn't that firing? The hell? Why isn't that firing? It's 100% 12 blocks. I'm so confused now. I don't want a slab there, or I don't want a repeater there, so. Why is that not firing? Did I just curse a piston? What? That bottom one works, but this one doesn't. What is that? I don't want a repeater there. Works there. Okay, cool. Great. Lands. Oh, it's just too soon. Oh, it's like bee stick off, eh? See, people get mad for me spraying you. That looks pretty close. And that just broke it. Just have to fix this up later. I think that's just giving expo to that top bit. And now this is mistimed as well. So change the timers of the power. 3, 4, 5. So that's gonna power at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that is now. 13 plus 40 is 53, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 48. So I need to make this go off 52. Let's try that, see if that works. If this works, I'll be thrilled. That looks pretty good actually. I'll hook up the comp and see if the comp's working now. So if that's going for 13, I need that one to be going for 12, which means 10, 9, 8, 10, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7. So I need this to be going for 7, 6, 5. Let's try that. See how it works at 1.4 sec. /CE 493 sand. There you go. Oh, fucking marathon, eh? I'm still getting this weird issue at the back here. I'll fix that now as well. Not quite sure what's going on there. My guess is something's causing a fence gate to solidify. But can't really see anything. It'd be that block there, I think. Would be causing it, or it could be the block to the side. Could be that block there. But I can't really see anything that's going to be causing it to solidify. Put it like that. Just watch it. Yeah, that's super weird. It's only this side. It's only that one spot. My thinking is one of these boosters is slightly pushing it backwards. $4.99 sand. Yeah, there you go. So it's one of the boosters. I suspect when that sand was dropping at the very edge there, was actually pushing it backwards just the tiniest bit. So if I remove that, it should stack there now. It'd be just the tiniest bit of micro exposure, I think. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. So that's 493 sand there. Makes sense. It's a dumb issue, but shit happens, guys. Yeah, that works. So all you need to know is just that one block there works. Perfect. Guess I'll just rough in the hammer then. Don't see any reason why not right now, except for the fact that I'm tired and I want to call it quits here. So, yeah, I'll continue on this cannon probably tomorrow if I can be bothered. In the meantime, I'm going to be watching the cricket and getting, might be getting pissed actually. But yeah, having fun. So, see you kids.